Is this infrared sauna really the right fit for you? Or is it something you'll end up paying for and never use? Who should dive in, who should walk away? And does the price make sense for the average person who just wants a little extra relaxation after a long day? Those are the questions that keep most shoppers up at night when they're scrolling through endless options. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. When I first started looking into home infrared saunas, I was struck by how many claims are tossed around detox, pain relief, better sleep, even weight loss. The reality, however, is a lot more nuanced. You can't just buy any box and expect a spa-level experience. What matters is how the unit fits into your daily routine, how much space you have, and whether the extra features like red light therapy actually add value or just inflate the price tag. The dynamic SAUNAS Barcelona model is marketed as a 1 to 2 person infrared sauna that also throws in red light therapy. The 360 PureTech heating system promises even heat distribution, and the manufacturer says the temperature range is optimal for both a gentle warm-up and a deeper sweat session. Installation is advertised as quick and easy, which is a big selling point if you're not a DIY wizard. Let's break down what those claims look like when you try to fit the sauna into a typical home environment. First off, space. The Barcelona unit is roughly the size of a small wardrobe, which means it can sit in a bedroom corner, a spare bathroom, or a dedicated home gym. For a couple who wants to share a session, the interior feels roomy enough to sit comfortably without bumping elbows. If you live alone, you can still use the extra space to stretch out or place a yoga mat inside for a quick post-sweat stretch. The real benefit here is that you don't need a whole spare room, just a spot that can accommodate a 4-foot wide, 4-foot deep footprint. People with tight apartments often skip larger sauna models because of that exact issue, so this size is a practical sweet spot. Now, the heating technology. Traditional far-infrared panels can create hot spots, leaving one side of the bench feeling scorching while the other stays lukewarm. The 360 PureTech system claims to eliminate that, and in practice it does feel more uniform. I tested a 30-minute session at 130 F, and after the first 10 minutes the whole cabin was at a consistent temperature. That matters because you don't have to constantly shift positions to find the sweet spot. The even heat also means you can stay longer without the uncomfortable feeling of overheating one side while the other stays cool. Red light therapy is the buzzword that often makes buyers pause. The Barcelona includes built-in red LEDs that run at a wavelength commonly associated with skin health and muscle recovery. In a real-world scenario, I used the red light mode right after a strength training session. The light was gentle, more like a warm glow than a bright spotlight, and I didn't notice any irritation or glare. For people who already use separate red light panels, this integration saves space and eliminates the need for an extra device. However, if you're skeptical about the therapeutic claims, the red light feature is essentially a nice-to-have rather than a game-changer. It adds a few minutes to the overall cost, so weigh whether you'll actually use it or just let it sit idle. Installation is another area where the Barcelona shines. The unit arrives mostly pre-assembled. You just need to attach the side panels and plug it into a standard 120-volt outlet. There's a short video guide that walks you through the process, and I was able to get it up and running in under an hour with just a screwdriver. If you're renting or don't want to drill holes, the fact that you can place it on a sturdy mat without permanent fixtures is a big plus. The downside is the weight, around 150 pounds, so you'll need a second pair of hands to get it onto its final spot. Let's talk about who should actually consider buying this. If you're a health-conscious individual who already enjoys sauna sessions at a gym, and you're looking for the convenience of a home setup without sacrificing the social aspect of sharing with a partner, the Barcelona is a solid match. It also makes sense for people dealing with chronic muscle soreness or joint stiffness, those who have found infrared heat helpful in the past and want a consistent routine without driving to a spa. The combination of even heating and built-in red light can serve as a low-impact recovery tool that fits between workouts. On the flip side, there are clear reasons to skip it. First, if your primary goal is aggressive detox or weight loss, the modest temperature range, up to about 150 F, won't replicate the intensity of a traditional Finnish sauna, and the calorie burn will be modest at best. Second, anyone on a tight budget should compare the Barcelona's price to a simple portable infrared panel that can be set up in